This video is sponsored by Gate.io. If you set an account up using the link in the description, you'll get 25% back on all your spot and futures fees for life. Gate.io.
Hello everybody, welcome back. It's the weekend. Let's get started then, shall we? With traditional markets all closed, there's just one thing I just wanted to point out, which is that, we've got oil which pushed up towards the 83, so this is like a major resistance, but breaking this is going to cause problems. Probably for the rest of the year if we can maintain prices above 83, because this is food and fuel, this is inflation, this is CPI prints, this is basically Fed maybe having to up its game again. We'll see, we don't know. So again, it's not happened yet. This is about the limit that oil can have, really. If it breaks above this level and starts to build a base above this level, we're going to an uptrend. And in all fairness, like the chart does suggest that that's what it wants to. It does look kind of like what's going to happen here, but until we start to see it, we can live in hope that actually we do get a rejection from here and we continue to live between the $73 and $83 a barrel. Anyway, regardless of that, you know me, I've been saying for the last month I'm favouring a rotation from stocks into commodities anyway. It doesn't have to be oil, it can be gold. Gold looks like it could be doing something similar to that. It's going sideways and up. We've got a low, we've got a high, we've got probably a higher low, and so if that's the case, we're looking to trend up. So I still think that stocks are going to be reaching a peak soon, if not already, and then moving into commodities. Now, what's that going to do for Bitcoin? I don't really know, but at the moment, Bitcoin still wants to consolidate with a view to move to 28,500. This has been on the cards for a while now. And if this gets lost, it's not the end of the world, but on the daily, we'd be looking to maybe move down to 27,000 flat, maybe 26,008, and maybe even 26,006. I'm really perfectly okay with that. For those who don't have Bitcoin, it's worthy of a dollar cost average into these events. We've got a fresh golden cross down here at 27,700 on the 3-day. So that is like a major support. And actually, if we do start to see breakdowns, I'm just going to highlight this little area here as an area to think about buying from, or at least a major reversal area, maybe like a super bounce. It might not seem a great deal to you. I'll put a big green in there. It might not seem much, but as far as I can tell, that is a classic strength of trend on a higher term time frame retest, a bullish retest of some major moving averages after two single golden crosses on a 3-day. There's your simples, there's your exponentials, and again the supports are in the mid to upper $27,000 zone. That's not a big deal. That's really not a big deal. Take it to a weekly. That little green line that we've just scraped in there is also just below the 21 simple moving average. 21 exponential, So it's similar to the way that a Bollinger Band would work. Because you see the Bollinger Band has held us so far in this area. We lose this area, no big deal. What have we seen in the past? Super support with a springboard. So I'm not like bearish like to a massive extent. Consolidations are normal. You go up, you consolidate, you go up, you consolidate, you go up, you consolidate. And this area around here, this 27,000-ish, mid 27,000-ish area, it's pretty awesome. It's very good, in fact. And I would, as I was saying on the stream last night, anywhere down below 28,500 down to 26,500, this is your main area to accumulate some Bitcoin. Yeah, it might come down in the short term, but you fast forward a couple of years from now, you'll be looking back at this and go, why was I so picky about exactly where I should have been buying it from? Really, this is your next area to be buying from. You buy in the red, you buy when it's going down, you wait for it to go back up again. That is the drill. A lot of people can't do that, I understand. It's counterintuitive. Everybody wants to press buy, and then from that very moment onwards, you're in profit. That never happens, right? I mean, it might happen to the odd person out there, but it just never happens. Which is why you look at these zones and go, right, on a weekly, on a 3-day, we're still super bullish, and this area down here is one to be taken advantage of. Ethereum's slightly different, to be fair. Ethereum is kind of already ahead of that kind of move, coming down to the 21 exponential right now, and that's 18,114, and the bottom of the Bollinger Band is down here at 1,700. So to be fair, for Ethereum, we're talking about 1,700, and yeah, that's basically it. It's a Bollinger Band bottom really on a 3-day and a weekly. So if you're going to be picking up Ethereum, I suppose that would be the place to target really, 1,700 flat or ever so slightly above to front run that. When it comes to all the other altcoins in the world though, your guess is as good as mine. The market is more or less moving with Bitcoin, so whatever Bitcoin does, the market should sort of try to mimic that, and so obviously if you're looking to buy altcoins because I don't know, you want those particular altcoins from lower prices, then you're probably best looking at how Bitcoin behaves throughout this consolidation, these pullbacks, and more or less base your bids and your buys around Bitcoin support. So trade in these altcoins through a proxy of Bitcoin's price action, basically, and supports, because the market isn't really doing it, anything different to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the leader right now, and it will probably continue to be the leader for the time being. But if you want to buy those altcoins because you get good staking rewards on them, or you just want them from lower prices, that's fine. That's your deal. But recognize that it's Bitcoin that's going to move the price. So, like I said, consolidation still underway. We've got these major areas that are on the way down. So we've got this area here, which is obviously the 28,005. We've got this green zone here where I think there's going to be a super big reaction. And if we do lose that, then yeah, this is the bottom zone before things start to really get nasty. But I really don't think it's going to get worse than 26,500. I think between 28,000 and 27,700 is where we get picked up from. Seems crazy to say that now because we're in the midst of a downtrend, but all downtrends come to an end at some point, and I'm really not looking for this to be massively chaotic or catastrophic. I'm spitting out all the good words this morning. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm looking for another higher low on the higher term time frames to then get picked up and move back onwards and upwards. This is not my first cycle. This is not even my second cycle. This is just standard behavior for Bitcoin, and as far as we can see here, it's a nice uptrend on the higher term time frames. There's every reason for Bitcoin to recover, not just from here, but just generally anyway, and go on to make some significant gains. So I would emphasize that this area down here is an opportunity and nothing more than that. Even if it doesn't, even if you don't end up waking up the next morning, with loads of profit, which is that's not the way you should be viewing this. You should be looking at this as getting your foot in the door, picking up some Bitcoin if you haven't bought it already from lower zones. Right, that's basically it. It's going to be boring until we see these areas get visited. Until then, I stick to my guns. This is the same thing I've been saying for a while. This area is going to get tested. If we lose that area, then this area here is going to be epic. And if it fails to be epic, then yeah, we try to catch the knife on the way down. Anyway, I hope you have a nice weekend. Take it easy.